this is yours truly and his dear wife standing in front of our wonderful house. No paint. This is La Reina, the queen of the jungle. Look at her going. That's Jungle Jane. This is the bull that we bought from the president of Ecuador. One of his as a calf, and flew it back in the jungle to cross with our cows. And so they called the bull Gallo. And he got mad all the time and chased you. And so when I go to visit the Dirks and boys over in Yappy, they wanted to play Gallo with me. They wanted me to chase them. So they'd say, Grandpa, you play Gallo, you play Gallo. This is a field of soybeans that I planted. No, it's regular beans. I planted with a machine. I made a corn planter, a drill. It's really a drill. And I love to do that, and I did it. And then the school kids could eat the beans from school. And that's Bert. He'd say, hello, Bert. And he'd say, hello, Bert. And he used to go out, and this bird would fly out from Jim's house to visit the airplane. And he did that for a long, long time. And one day he got too close to the plane, the prop hit him, killed him. Now that's that same Chief Washington again. He's something else. Whenever the guys had all worked together, they'd clean or planting corn or something like that, be slashing away at the undergrowth, and he'd be back there tossing the corn out, planting it, and he'd always sing songs. So the guys would work harder. They'd sing, get them all hitting together, you know. And he told me the story about Mr. Salt having a big party, and when he had this party, he sang and he named all the rivers, just like who in the Bible named all the animals? Adam. Well, that's probably what, it's something from that they developed a story from way back in history, but he'd sing it. Makuma aish putaha, puma aish putaha, makuma aish putaha. Makuma aish putahe, makuma putahe. That's what he'd sing. Okay, this is our first radio station building. We were having an inauguration program and Marie was leading the singing. Hachise Hey Eme, Radio Rio Amazonas. That's what we named it. That's Abe Vanderpoy. One day, he and I went and we got way out north, west toward the mountains, and we were fishing, and it got dark on us. We had to walk home in the dark. And just to the west of us was a big gully and a little stream there, and we came down that hill, slipping down that hill, and we crossed the river, and then there's another hill going back up toward our airfield, and in the dark, we couldn't see what we were doing, and we'd get part way up, and then we'd slide all the way back down to the river again, to the stream, and then we'd drive back in. I don't know how long it took us to get away. We were a muddy mess when we got home, but we had fun, we fished. This is way back. This is when they had the Guayaquil to Quito Railroad, and you go up a certain way, and they would go up the gorge and switch, and then they go back up this way and switch and go back that way. They call it the Devil's Nose. Climbing the Devil's Nose, because up in there they followed the canyon up as far as they could, and yet the mountain was still higher, so they had to make switchbacks to get up. That's it. We'd stop, and then people want to sell you stuff. That's Santiago. I was on a trip when we met his enemy at the military base, because then they couldn't do anything to each other then. And he told him, I'm not going to fight with you anymore. I'm a Christian now, and that's over with. So the guy said, I'll come to your house to visit then. So he came, and they had a good time together. And then the next month, Santiago went down to his house, And while they were sleeping, he didn't have his gun across his chest anymore because I'm a Christian now. And they came out in the dark and they shot all three of them. It's one of the trips we made. We had 2 canoes and we put outriggers on them made out of balsa so they wouldn't tip so. And see an outboard motor sitting up there? And I was doing some fishing while we were resting. Yeah, so there's the big rivers. Oh man, I got so scared. Oh, that river was so wild. Oh, I was so afraid we were going to tip over and all. I quit at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I told them, guys, I can't take it anymore. I'm playing with death all day. I can't take it. Let's let the river go down. This is Marie's friend, a dear old lady, Chingyas, and she would tell her all the past history and their beliefs and all that stuff, and she got a lot of good material from her. And she knew all about the things of the past. Christian lady, she became a Christian late in life. And she had a keen mind and she could remember, Maria would tell her a story and she'd go to a church in another place and tell almost the exact words. That's my truck that I rode in and went over. Well, I could feel the back end. I'd been over it today on Saturday, hauled a couple loads across the bridge. And it rained in hard on Sunday afternoon, went down Monday, and I brought a load. And as I was sitting there, right here where that back wheel is, you can see the caved off. And I could feel it going, that it was slipping out. And I could feel that, and I knew it was going to go because I could start to feel it, and I had no door on the truck. And so instead of me riding the thing down and turning over, who knows what would happen to me, I jumped way down in there. Just one step it took me to get out, and I knew that thing was going to come over. And so I fell, and I got up and took one leap forward and 3 feet behind me. If I'd have been down there and it crushed me, I'd have been dead. When we got the water, the head gates all done and the canal all cleaned out, then the first water that we let the gates open, the kids got inner tubes and jumped on it and rode it down. They were having a ball. And old Billy, he's the one that did Billy Ogg from Minneapolis. He'd run the backhoe so long, and when it was all done, he saw those kids and he couldn't stand it any longer. He grabbed the inner tube and away he went. And I went too. This is my good friend Mashiach. He is an Achara chief and he got saved. And he was so scared of me. He hadn't seen me before. He'd never seen white men before. Somebody told him he should go see him and get made friends. And he was scared to death of me. And his wife, they got close to the mission and somebody told her that Pancho was coming and she ran for an hour trying to get away. I was so bad, you know. Okay, this is Huang Bunty's dad. What was his name? Chamiku. He was a witch doctor. And that guy, he was a witch doctor. Oh, everybody's scared of him. They're afraid he'd bewitch them. And one day, I don't know how he got it, but he got the message and he accepted Christ as his Savior. But he was dying. And he wanted to give a message to the whole tribe because he said, I've been a witch doctor, but I'm a Christian now. This is what he said. But he found a tape recorder somewhere. It had a radio and a tape recorder together. I don't know how he got it, but they trade so much, you know. And he got a hold of that, and he was lying on his dying bed, and he gave a message to his tribe. And he said, I was a witch doctor, but he said, I'm a Christian now. I'm sorry, he said, don't ever deal with the witch doctor. They're lying, and it's terrible. It's of the devil, and it's not of God. And he made that, and he died. And then we got the tape, and we played it on our radio station. Isn't that some testimony?